Hello. This is Elizabeth Griffin, the Black Romance Writer, and welcome back to my podcast. If you haven't subscribed, if you're not following me, please take a moment and do so, and definitely share my content with others. Today, I would like to pose a question to you. Have you heard of Barbara Cartland? Have you read any of her books? Have you watched any of her movies? She was known in the 20th century as the Queen of Romance. She's a best-selling English writer who is loved and read all around the world, and she is known for her contemporary romances as well as her historical romances. She has written historical romances in the Edwardian era and also in the Victorian era. And today I would like to read an excerpt from a book, How to Write a Romance and Get It Published, in which they interviewed Barbara Cartland and they asked her a series of questions. The particular question that I'd like to focus on today is one that I have kept with me, her answer, over the years, and I have used her answer in all of my writing. And I love this writing technique, and I would like to share it with you. So without further ado, here is the question that was posed to Barbara Cartland. Do you envision your plot? And this is her answer. I describe them, my plot, just as I see them happening. One of the reasons they read real is that I live every word I dictate. It is just like a movie with my mind rather than my eyes. I am walking up the stairs of Chatsworth or Bainheim Palace or any of those wonderful houses that I visited, and of course, my own house. The heroine goes into a room, which I know. She sees the pictures on the wall, which I've seen. So it's all real. Everything that happens in the background is real and possibly actually exists. If I'm writing of George IV, I look up dozens of history books and check his life, his characteristics, the women he loved, the courtiers who surrounded him, the pictures, the furniture, the china he kept, and his joys and sorrows. End of quote. I apply this particular writing technique in all of my writing. I envision the story happening in my head from beginning to end. I see the characters. I watch them move around. I hear their voices. I even hear dialogue. And I allow this movie to play in my head as I am writing. And sometimes while I'm cleaning or doing other chores, I allow the movie to play in my head so that I get different variations of an ending or different variations of a scene that I want to write. And what's funny is sometimes I get so engrossed in the story that I detach myself from the real world. I find that I am living in my head and I'm not aware of what's going on around me. You have to practice this technique because it doesn't come naturally to you. At least it didn't to me. I had to practice it. So what I did in the very beginning was I laid on my bed, I closed my eyes, and I envisioned stories. And as I got better and better at it, I started to implement it while I'm moving about during the day, or while I'm sitting at my typewriter or my laptop. I envision these stories, these scenes, and they come alive. I can hear the sounds. I can feel certain sensations on my skin. I can smell certain things. It's an amazing technique, and I think you will find it very useful. So please leave a comment and let me know if you try this technique. Please let me know if you've read any of her material. And I also found something quite interesting in looking at Barbara Cartland's catalog of books. I see that Amazon has a lot of her work in Kindle Unlimited, and they have a lot of collections of her stories. So the woman, even though she passed away, Her writing is living on, and it is being exposed to younger and younger generations, and I hope you check it out. So as always, thank you for joining me on my platform. I'm wishing you love, peace, joy, and happiness. Until next time, bye-bye.